So what do I appreciate most about Angela? Angela is always willing to help. She is funny. She sings kind of loudly, but it's all good music. She has good taste in music. And that she's just a joy to be around.
How caring and dedicated she is to helping not only us here as staff, but also our students.
I appreciate her willingness to listen wholly and to be patient and to get the whole meaning of something before she's ready to respond to that.
The support and the love, and the fact that I'm here because of her, because she was someone who told me about the position. So I really do appreciate the opportunity she's been giving me of not only being here, but being her friend.
I appreciate that she's very resourceful. It seems that she reaches out to me a lot for help, but and I do help her, but it seems like she takes that and she sort of runs with the information.
She's always willing to do the work and very focused on it, and she knows what she needs to do.
She's patient.
She's very helpful and she's very nice.
Sometimes I'm kind of hesitate to ask her questions, but she's the one always encouraging me, and I like her a lot for that.
She's very attentive. Every time I've called her, she's gotten back to me right away. Every time I've asked her a question when I've come on the campus, she's always willing to go the extra mile to help me out.
She has great attention to detail and follow through. She looks at things like, for example, OPOG. She finds things, she asks questions, and then she will go back and she will investigate and make sure that everything is how it should be before it is official. And I really, really appreciate her for that.
One of the great skills or attributes that Angela has is her drive to achieve. I mean, she's gone after a bachelor's degree and successfully completed that. And she moved right on to her master's degree and she's just wrapping that up with Keller Graduate School of Management. And she is focused on her career and the things that she wants to do, and that's something amazing to see.
Without exception, every single time I have ever walked into the Daly City Center, Angela's been at the front desk with her bright smile and warm welcome. And she doesn't just do that for me, obviously. I can see it that she does it for everyone. She really enjoys helping our students.
Violetta, I really like her as a colleague, and I love her as a person. I really just appreciate her light and super hardworking, super quick to do stuff for you or to think or to help you out.
The drive that she has, because like I said, I saw her as an undergrad, and I know she graduated, and she was, you know, very diligent as well. I know that we have a lot of inside jokes, Violetta and I, in her short time here, about, you know, my hair growing in a circle and her making me talk like a parrot, which is pretty funny.
Her willingness in a similar way is to be able to be a part of something and to I mean, whenever I ask her to do something, it's always with a smile, and you can't help but return that whenever she does that.
Always seems to be always smiling, always laughing, always easy to get along with, and always so nice to me.
She's very bright.
Violetta is new to our team, but I can tell she's really trying hard to learn all the processes, and I appreciate the fact that she's like a sponge. She's eager to learn, and it's not the easiest job ever.
Her work ethic. She's coming on board to a new position while she's a student at DeVry University. She has to learn the entire other side of the house, which is behind the scenes administrative side. And she has done that tenaciously. She's come through, and her work ethic on, hey, I want to learn this and I want to learn it well, is absolutely amazing.
I appreciate how eager Judith is to learn the new procedures and new policies, and she really just jumped right into the SSA role and embraced everything about it.
Just that smile she always has on her face. She's a very sweet girl, and she's always smiling.
She's always willing to do the work. Whoever it belongs to, if it needs to get done, she will take care of it.
Judith is fun. She is tough, but she's fair, and she's a sweet person. And I've known her from a student to a student worker to an office assistant to OSC to here, so she's kind of been around the block, and it's good to see her kind of grow in each position and actually take on that position.
She is a lightning bolt of a learner.
That she's very down to earth, and she's one of the students, so she's helpful and she knows what I'm going through too.
That she's helpful, she understands people's situation, she always finds alternative how to work with people's schedule.
I give her like a list of students and she's the only SSA there. She got back to me so fast and she took care of everything, and she even gave me follow-up after it was done, just to say, hey, you know, this is more action I took on it and everything's taken care of.
I appreciate that she's both very smart, but she's also very understanding. I like that she has a sense of humor and she brings that to things. I like that she can understand both the challenge of something but also understand the human, emotive aspect of something. And I think that she's someone who is very, very focused.
Judith is the type of person who is level-headed, who take tasks or challenges head-on, but won't waver in the challenge that she needs to overcome. She'll keep her cool at all times. As much as she might vent on the side, she'll keep her cool at all times to handle the situation appropriately and strive for the best outcome possible.
I appreciate Jennifer's constant desire to improve and really help our students each and every day. She constantly challenges me to find better ways to assist our students.
Willingness to want to help others, and she has a connection with people. Her honesty. If something was not done right, she'll be able to tell me, hey, this was not done that way, but she'll also teach me how to do it the right way or the better way.
She's got a great attitude. She's funny. She's also very energetic.
She's always there for me in time of need. She's always willing to fulfill any requests that I have and to assist me in anything that I need from her for Keller or DeVry.
I appreciate all the hard work Jen has done. She has gone out of her way to help me with my school scheduling. She's gone out of her way to help me still maintain my VA benefits and everything that comes along with that, so I really do appreciate that a lot. I know that's not an easy job, and I know it's not easy to find things to make fit together like a puzzle.
She is always there to answer my questions. Like sometimes I was so nervous in the first class, and then I thought about dropping the class, maybe changing something. But she kind of went through some information and find me what other would be good, or maybe I should stick with that. And she's always said, like, if I need to cry, they always come to the office or cry over her shoulder.
Her ability to take on tasks and make people laugh and make them feel very comfortable. Every time I talk with her, she makes me smile. Her sense of humor is just phenomenal. It could be a little off color at sometimes, but that's really what I appreciate her the most. She knows where to get in and she knows where the lines are.
One thing I appreciate about Jennifer is before she came to DeVry, she had strong finance knowledge and background, and she's continued to excel and grow that knowledge while here at DeVry University. But in particular with that knowledge, when you're dealing with finances and the skill set of ability to convey that in a way that students can digest it and understand it, is not so easily done. And she does that in a way that's very smooth, and the students understand it and get it when they're done talking to her.
What I appreciate most about Scott is how he does everything. On a national level, on a local level, he's involved in every single thing, and he's good at every single thing. And I know I can count on him.
He is such a articulate and a gentleman, and I enjoy it, and the smile as well.
Scott Gesford is an amazing teacher, a great person to be around, funny, witty, charming.
I appreciate most that Scott brings a whole academic perspective to the Daly City Center. And he really is engaging and helps to improve our student experience through academics.
That he's always open.
His office is always open. You go in and talk to him. You never feel like you're bothered.
He's a great instructor. He takes time to talk with students. He pays attention to them. And he acts as students as individuals, helping each one in their own needs.
He pushes you to do better at what you want to do. You know, especially when it comes to professional writing, you know, you could write this better, you can do this better.
Rosanna just makes me smile. I just think she's great to have around because she's always in this upbeat mood, and so and she's just hilarious to me.
She knows her stuff. She's always on top of making sure that all of her students' items are processed for admission.
Her attention to detail.
She's super talented, and I think sometimes she doesn't even know how talented she really is. She's a hard worker. She's always got a big smile, and she's someone that truly cares about students and doing the right thing for them.
Rosanna was the first person I came in contact with when I first applied here, and from the start, I felt open to tell her how I felt about things. I was very comfortable talking to her.
What I appreciate most about Rosanna is her amazing and upbeat spirit when it comes to interacting with her students.
Rosanna has a great ability in the admissions role to talk to students. Actually, they're not even students yet. They're potentially applying, going through the interview process. And she has an ability to really make them feel comfortable and form a relationship quickly, which is key to helping them ask questions, helping them understand where they want to go.
What I appreciate most about Rick is his upbeat attitude. He's always in a positive way whenever I see him. You know, even if I'm having a down day or whatever, whenever I see him, he's just so upbeat and whatnot. It always makes me a little bit happier to see him.
He's willing to learn and make mistakes and to get it right and to correct those mistakes and just to further his knowledge. So a lot of learning on his part and going out of his way to get that in.
A guy that has a tremendous amount of integrity and just a really good person overall.
I appreciate that he's constantly sort of just willing to engage people and connect with people in that way. So I think I would describe him as very eager.
Is his work ethic. Rick, you can always count on to give his 100% each and every day, and that is much appreciated.
Rick has a great drive, and what I mean by that, he's coming to a position that he hasn't had in the past and change of career, and he's had to remain focused in his drive to really understand his craft and say, hey, how do I get better at being an admissions advisor? And there's a lot to that position, and he's taken to put both hands around it, and his focus and drive to actually get there and be to a very successful point is really nice to see.
What I appreciate most about Will is how carefully, efficiently he takes care of his business. So from a professional standpoint, knowing that Will's on top of every single thing that happens at his center, it makes it easy to work with him, it makes it easy to work with his staff, it makes it easy to work with his faculty. He's created a great team in Daly City, from students all the way up.
His unsurpassing understanding of each person's individual needs, personal needs.
I really appreciate how he likes to relate to us. For example, with me, with the whole working out and exercising, we talk a lot about that. He's very competitive, so he likes to make the work environment a fun environment, not just all about work.
His leadership.
But he is passionate about what he does. He believes in what he does.
His continuous focus on trying to find ways to grow the Daly City Center. He is very detailed oriented, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Angela, for doing such a great job.
We've gone through some transitions with people in the Daly City Center, and Angela has been the rock that has kept it going through that whole time. And I definitely want to thank her for that.
Thank you for a lot of things. Thank you for working with me thank you for letting me sample some of your food, which I hope to eat more of, and I'll do the same too.
Thank you, Judith, for always working with our students. You bring the academic side and really embrace that with the finance side. You are a great student support advisor, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future.
I want to thank her and appreciate the fact that she really helps me out. She really tries to look for my success rather than just get done with me and then just let me go.
Jennifer, I just want to say thank you for being so dependable and being so good with the students.
Thank you to Jennifer for just really taking on her new role and being able to own that. I know learning the academics piece has always been a bit challenging, even from coming with finance, but Jennifer, you've really done a great job taking that on, and we really appreciate that.
Thanks for being Scott. I know there's a guy out there that I can count on. He's been out there for a while at multiple locations. He makes my job easier, and that helps me make other people's jobs easier, and I greatly appreciate.
Thank you for the experience in the class I had with him. He really did help me to learn to give better presentations.
The one message I would send to Rosanna, I would say thank you for hanging in there for all these years together. I know we've actually spent quite a few years together. I enjoy still seeing you around and doing what you enjoy most, which is servicing students and trying to help guide students on the right path with their educational goals.
Rosanna, I'd really like to thank you for always putting your students first, greeting them with a smile, and helping them get started in achieving their educational as well as their career goals. Thank you so much.
I'd just like to thank Rick for actually getting me into the graduate program here at Keller. When I graduated from DeVry, I had to have several surgeries on my abdomen, and I wasn't sure if I'd be going to school again, but with talking to him and emailing with him, he gave me the strength to start this graduate program, and every time I see him, it just reminds me that I'm glad I did that.
I would really like to thank Rick for his focus, his determination, as well as his resourcefulness. Rick is the kind of person that if he doesn't have the answer, he's going to find out from someone what that answer is so that he can service his students to the best of his ability. Thank you, Rick, for doing all that you do for our students.
Say a big thank you for hanging in there. I know he's applied himself and he's continued to go on this process to learn more about how we service students and what we do, and he's really applied himself. And I think Rick Schrammel is one of those really successful turnaround stories that I enjoy telling people.
Dude, thanks for being who you are. Like I mentioned earlier, I love your passion, I love your compassion, I love your understanding, and don't change that aspect.
I constantly thank him for his work with the Skyline Community College, which has enhanced DeVry and Daly City's reputation with the community college group.
I'm grateful for the school. I like the setup. I just got to put up a pitch for the school. I really appreciate this school and the layout.
That's the theme of the Daly City staff. Everyone is willing to help, everyone brings something different to the table, and that's what I really appreciate.
Just for making me smile every day. Thank you, Violetta. So, I feel loved.